Hello viewers, and welcome back to Phil's Garage for another video. First one for 2026, so Happy New Year. Yeah, it's been a while since we did the tank. I think that was the last video we did, and we're back on the 1977 GS750 for a small project. I'm not sure whether it'll work or not, but probably worth investigating. Anyway, so what are we going to do? So I took the 750 for a ride the other day. It's all going well. Really happy with the new tank, which was the last video I did. It's looking good and working well. But there's been a little issue that's sort of been annoying me a little bit. I mean, it's not a huge problem. Most people probably wouldn't bother about it, but you know, you need content for your channel, right? So the issue is, on the dashboard of these old 750s, you've got all the usual lights, etc. And the gear position is a 7-segment display, which the issue is it's not very bright. So when you're riding along, especially in the sunshine, it's very hard to see. So I'm sort of thinking, well, after 49 years, it's probably dulled a bit. So I'm going to see if I can actually change the display. Now you can buy 7-segment displays quite easily off eBay. Whether I can get this one apart and just change that bit, who knows? But I thought I need a little project, so why not try? So let's get on with pulling off the dashboard, getting into the guts of it, and seeing whether this thing is a completely sealed unit or whether I can actually get to the display itself. Okay, so that's off, and on the bench looks like a spider has set up camp inside the instrument panel. So let's just sort of vacuum that out and then start pulling it apart, see if we can get down to this little display panel. It's all gone. So you can see there's the little unit there. It has a Toshiba part number on the back of it. I guess I will try Googling that, but I don't have much hope of finding anything useful. So it has this wiring loom. So it has this 6-pin connector here. I think only 5 of those are used because it's a 5-speed gearbox. Has a orange power wire and a black with a white stripe earth wire. So let's take that out and see if we can pull it apart and possibly just change the actual display part. But, anyway, let's give that a go. Right, so there is the unit out. I have actually Googled, what does that say? Toshiba T4183B, and didn't really come up with anything, which it's not surprising. But anyway, so that's the back of it, and that is the front of it. So you can see, I don't know whether you can see under there, there's wires going up to a circuit board. Oh yeah, there. And then that metal case sort of holds that that black panel over the top of the 7-segment display. So right, so I've bent these sides back, which loosens that up. But if I grab this, it seems to move the whole circuit board. So I might use a little blade and see if I can prise in there and just prise the plastic cover off and see what's underneath. Hopefully without damaging this beyond repair. Okay, so I tried a little bit to lever that plastic cover off, but it didn't want to come. And basically if you look under there, it's sort of like an epoxied circuit board on this side. And that's probably where the connectors for the display come through to be soldered onto that board. So I would have to get that off, which then probably means I will damage the circuitry. So I think I'm going to give up on trying to replace that one. But in the meantime, I had a bit of a look on eBay, and you can buy some fairly cheap aftermarket similar things from China. So I think I'm going to order one of those and see if I can get something like that working.
Much later.
Okay, so this just finally arrived in the mail. Took a while. It's probably, I don't know, a week and a half or something. Even though the seller said they were in Sydney, I presume it actually came from China. Okay. Ooh, okay. All right. So, yeah, that looks like a bigger actual display than the standard one, which is good. There's the connectors, which will obviously need to be changed. Yeah, so yeah, first thing we need to do, I guess, is do some experimenting on how this actually wires together. There's no instructions that come with it, so, but it's an LED, so if you connect it backwards, you're not going to damage anything. You just need to work out how it's wired up. That should fit into that dimension there, should fit into the opening. I'll have to widen it a bit. I'll just maybe put some rubber down either side to hold it in place. But, you know, for 13 bucks, it's worth a try. Now that. Right, so I'm going to test this wiring on this new display. So I'm hoping that this is positive, and then these are just all earth connections. So I'm just going straight to the battery just to make things simpler, because I've got the dash sort of sitting on the bench over there, so it's a bit easier. So that's going to positive, and then I've got a wire going to the negative of the battery and this little probe from my multimeter. So, okay, that works. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Okay, with a bit of spaghetti wiring, I managed to connect both of these up, and if we connect that to the battery terminal, so that's the old one and that's the new one. So actually the old one looks a bit brighter than that one, but this one's certainly much bigger, so maybe that might make reading it a bit easier. So I guess the only way to do it is just put it in and see what it looks like. Right, so just got to change the connectors, a couple of things. So the original is this, I guess you'd call that a male connector. This one came with a female 6-pin. So I've pulled those pins out. I know what colours for what gear and what position in the other end of the connector. So it's just a matter of cutting those off, crimping those on. Okay, so that connector has been changed for the correct type. I've also got a little slit up here and then fished the power wire up so it comes out up here. So next thing I think I'll do is just plug all this together temporarily just to see if it actually works. Right, that's plugged in sort of temporarily up the top there. The power is on. Nothing on the display at the moment because it's in neutral. So if I'm just click it into gear, so there's one. Move the back here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then back down to neutral. So that seems to be working. So let's see if we can fit this inside the display case. Right, so I've taken this bezel piece out of the instruments. This is where the lights go, and then this is where the gear display goes. So this is the original one, and that fits in the back here like so. And as you can see, the display is still a fair way from where the little panel is at the front here, so probably a centimetre or so. Now, the new one almost fits in, but it's just about a millimetre too wide. So okay, so I heated this up with a heat gun, and then used this bit of timber which I trimmed to roughly the same shape as this and stuck that through there. So that's the top. So that now should fit in there fairly snugly, and I can adjust that so that it comes up pretty close to the front of the display. Right, that's all screwed back together with the lights plugged in, so a couple of little rubber grommet things to go on here. Then we can screw the back on and then reinstall it and see what it looks like. Right, so that's the final product, which is a bit disappointing because that's still quite dark. I mean, this is in my shed, and even then it's quite dull. So I think out on the road with the sun on it, you're still not going to be able to see that very well. The only thing I can think of is behind here on the display is a sheet of like blue perspex to colour it, and then this top section is clear, so maybe if I remove that coloured sheet and it's just showing straight through the clear perspex, that might be a lot easier to read, so I might try that. Okay, so I've taken it back off, pulled it apart, and the little blue screen is sort of down under this thing, so I've got to take this panel off, which is just held in with a couple of screws, and then we'll see if we can easily get the little bit of coloured plastic off. Okay, so that didn't take too long. I just got in there with a little pin and little screwdriver and popped out this little thing. So that's just a little panel. I don't know, is that blue or purple? I'm colorblind, so whatever color that is, it's actually quite dark. So now if I hold this up to the light, you can see that that's quite clear, and from the front that should probably show a lot better. So what I think I might do, after all this mucking around, is put the original one back in and see what that looks like, because it's actually brighter than the one I got from eBay. So let's see. Okay, so I ended up having to put a little bit of tape inside there because the neutral light was glowing through a little hole into there. But if you look at that now, it's actually quite bright. I mean, I haven't been for a ride, but I think that'll be better than it was before. But yes, I'm back to the original display, which was brighter than the one I bought. So I'll go for a ride and see how that looks like in the sunshine or whatever, but it's definitely brighter since I took that little panel out, which is purple apparently, according to my partner, not blue, and she wouldn't lie to me, would she? Anyway, we'll go for a ride at some point and have a look.
Much later.
Right, this is off again. I I went on a test ride, and it's certainly much easier to read, so happy with that. The only issue I found is if the sun is coming from behind you, it shines down into that little opening and lights up the actual display unit rather than what it's supposed to be displaying. So I plan to put in a little mask on the inside of this to limit the angle of the sun, so that that will try and stop that happening. So let's pull it apart again. Okay, so hopefully you can see that I've painted a little mask with black paint on the inside, and that should hopefully stop the direct sunlight coming in and illuminating the actual unit itself. I also repainted the outside of this this case because I wasn't happy with the look before. It was too shiny, so I've gone with this VHT case paint, which is a lot more satin finish. So not happy with that. So let's put it back together. Okay, so that is back together for hopefully the last time. Now I'm sitting on the bike in my normal riding position, and I can see that number 2 quite well. You'll see if you go over here, and it starts to block it off over here, down here, and up here. So considering I guessed where to paint that little mask, I'm actually quite happy way that turned out. So that should stop the direct sunlight going straight in there and just illuminating the unit rather than the digit. So one more test ride and I think we're done. Okay, well, I've been on a final test ride and I must say I'm quite happy with the results. The gear indicator is much easier to see now. And I know that we went through a few iterations and people are probably thinking, well, what was all that about? But it was just a little project that I wanted to do. And I mean, others are probably thinking, well, what do you need that for? You should know what gear you're in, but that's not really the point. If there's a gear indicator on this bike, then I want it to work and I want it to work effectively. So, and I needed something to do. So ended up going back to the original 7-segment display, but taking out that little purple panel and putting a mask in there. But yeah, so it is much easier to read now. So and that's good. And I resprayed the outside of that casing. So this little project is finished. I do have another project bike coming, which is just a bike that belongs to a mate of mine. It used to belong to me, actually. He wants to sell it, so I'm just going to do a bit of tidying up, maybe take fairing off and a few other things. So that's arriving in about a week. So that will probably be the next series of videos on this channel. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this, give us a thumbs up or subscribe if you want. And we'll see you reasonably soon in the next episode of Phil's Garage. Bye for now.